It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Giants and the Eagles, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Thanks for having us in to kick off a new year. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, you lived this as a player. It's so exciting for us as fans, but now after that long offseason to get your body ready and your team ready and your game ready, finally show everybody what it's all about. Week 1 of the season has arrived.
Yeah, and at this stage in the process, Mike, you're exactly right. All you want is for this ball to be kicked off. You're tired of practicing. You're tired of the offseason workouts. You're tired of the preparation.
So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. It's going to be a lot of nerve.
And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Giants. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
The kick is good. Makes the score Giants 7, Eagles nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
There's just something special about week 1, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. Left side to the hands of Neighbors. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The Giants field goal unit out on the field. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. And the Giants will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to get going on their second possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. The motion man here is Wilson. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, here's Hurts. Going for it all. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Throwing right, it's taken in. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Hurts again. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. 1st and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. And he'll take this to about the 28. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 10-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. We go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Back to the air one more time. That is caught by the tight end. Noah Fant. Touchdown, New York.
Pretty interesting sequence of play calls here, Mike. You can tell going into this game, they felt their matchups down here deep in the tight red zone were better through the air than maybe they were necessarily on the ground. We see 2 back-to-back throws. The second one, though, results in a touchdown.
Point after, coming up here. He knocks it through. And the Giants move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. And they'll mark them down just shy of the 40.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
2nd and 7. The motion man here is Wilson. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Hurts. Quick throw taken in. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's 1st and 10. Hurts. Taking off. A pickup there of 25 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense. And their running back set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Up the middle they go. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now, faking the give. This one complete right side. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. The Giants sending out their punter. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. The motion man here is Wilson. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's their punter now, as he's standing right around his own goal line. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Back to throw. This is caught. down that right sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
The extra point is up and through. And the Giants up their lead. It's now 24-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. He'll find his receiver, Johnny Wilson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. On 1st down, it's Hurts. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Again, Hurts. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to have 1st down here as they are into field goal range at the 27. The motion man here is Wilson. Hurts will try it again. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Hurts again. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. Now a 3rd and 2. Man in motion is Smith. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Eagles are back within 2 scores.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip of the year around the NFL. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover. And those two are tied up as they play the 2nd quarter. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Bryce Young with 2 touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. J.J. McCarthy. 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The motion man here is Wilson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. The motion man here is Wilson. 3rd and short, and Hurts will throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. His drive will start on the ground. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Sidney Brown, they're on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The Giants sending out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Hurts to the air on 1st down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw, Hurts. Out wide, here's Smith. And this sequence, not one to build on. Going to lose yardage on the 3rd down, and quickly it brings up 4th down. They're all set to punt this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now a give up the middle. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Giants. That his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the Giants will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Not much happening there, just a short game. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Hurts now. They'll look to set up the screen here. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a 1st down. But
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll send him over to the left. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. To the air again, Hurts. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Catch made, right side by Wilson.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles are able to edge a bit closer. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Now give on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And a spirited run there. Somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. fourth down, out comes the punter. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The motion man here is Wilson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. And they'll throw here with Hurts. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Hurts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts. He's got his man right side. It's complete. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Hurts to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Oh, the short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. The motion man here is Wilson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. The motion man here is Wilson. This one caught at the 4. And he will score. Game on. Johnny Wilson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. A run now on second down. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 15-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they...
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Giants will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On first down, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
The motion man here is Wilson. On second down, Hurts. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. 3rd and long for Hurts. And that is incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And that'll set up 4th down. To throw is Hurts. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And that'll be a pickup of 3. On second down, they'll run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, you've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The home team's offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now Hurts. He'll get this out to his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. To throw is Hurts. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. One of the Giants has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it. Some teams not so much, but in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Giants offense ready to take over once more. And they have done all you could ask for, closing in on a road victory to start the campaign as they try to finish things off here in quarter number 4. So a road win here for the Giants. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.